Nothing happens, everything happens. About trust and bamboo trees. Bamboo trees can grow up to 1 meter within a 24-hour period. To a large extent, they grow underground. Therefore, the extensive root system is hidden from our eyes. It usually takes years for a bamboo tree to push through the surface of the ground. Before the shooting time starts, nothing seems to be happening. However, a perfect creation is coming into being. Patience is key. So, maybe you're looking for answers, maybe you're procrastinating, maybe you're feeling stuck. If you feel impatient or you're losing hope, remember bamboo trees. You may think that nothing is happening, but on any day, everything can happen. Luck is where preparation meets opportunity. On any day, you may take a specific action or have a single thought that will change everything. If this happens, your bamboo tree may be unstoppable. Thank you very much for listening. Big life changes are overrated. Stop waiting right now. Here's what's more impactful. You may be tired of waiting for massive changes in your life. Great. Big life changes are overrated. But if you're still tempted to wait for big changes and miracles, like winning the lottery, that will change your life, immediately, you may have to wait forever. Waiting can be frustrating and ineffective. We've all been there. So here's what can impact your life much more significantly, especially over time. Little things, little blessings. No, it doesn't sound too good to be true. Start small today. It is slow but steady who wins the race. So what can you do today? Plenty. In fact, you can do whatever makes you happy and excited. Don't take these simple words for granted. Don't see them as some trivial, obvious piece of advice. It's incredible how many people fail to follow the simplest rules for happiness, discarding them before even trying and then wondering why nothing works. You tend to overlook the simplest things and solutions because your mind usually wants something complicated and difficult. Something that requires a lot of effort, or it doesn't count. And yes, sometimes you need to put in lots of effort, but not every time. In fact, most of your life can be pretty blissful and easy if you learn how to appreciate little things. So what can you do today? Maybe you can rediscover your nearest surroundings. Maybe you can add more color to your house, flat or room. Maybe you can smile at your neighbor. Maybe you can start noticing your beloved animal's presence. You can even be and act like your animal. Have you noticed that animals seem to be in a meditative state or a state of relaxation most of the time? That said, you can meditate, but there's no need to sit in a lotus position if that's not for you. There are plenty of alternative activities to sitting meditation. For example, forest bathing, walking, drawing, coloring, dancing, singing, or dynamic/active meditation. For example, Osho's dynamic meditation, 5 rhythm dance, ecstatic/intuitive dance, or movement medicine. The most important thing: create opportunities to enjoy little things. You can come up with many ideas that are easy, quick to implement, and cost little to nothing. Waiting for big changes is overrated. And paradoxically, if you stop waiting, appreciate the little things in your life, and express gratitude regularly, bigger changes tend to come organically. So let go of your expectations and never take what you have for granted. The gospel for today: be patient. Big changes will come. You may not even notice them if you make the small ones every single day, little by little. First, it requires a little bit of discipline. But if you're consistent and lower your expectations, it becomes as natural as breathing. It's easy to give up on big things. It's not easy to carry on with little ones, but still much easier. Finally, this topic gives me yet another excuse to add one of my favorite poems that I've written. So, my poem is about patience and is relevant to this topic. I find it soothing every time I read it. So, here it is. Patience. I want to have it all, and I want to have it now. I want to have it quickly, but I don't know how. I can't wait any longer. My desires are strong. I'm hungry. I don't want anything to go wrong. Be patient and take it easy. People tell me to my face. It's not about an overnight success or life being a race. I'm not sure though. I don't want to waste my time. Trying hard to make things happen is not a crime. But I keep visualizing my desires and I see no results. I expected it to be easier in the world of the so-called adults. So maybe I will try to relax and have a little patience. I will trust the process. After all, this wisdom is ancient. Yes, it may take time and I may not achieve too much in a year, but I can achieve more than I could dream of in about 5 years. I have all the time in the world and I don't really need it so badly, but when it finally comes, I will savor it all slowly and gladly. Thank you very much for listening. If you're feeling stuck, confused, or hopeless, try these 5 questions and wait for honest answers. Use a pen and paper to write down your answers and reflections. Number 1. Are you repeating the same actions and making the same decisions, expecting a different outcome? In other words, are you stuck in a loop, hoping for a change without changing your approach? Number 2. Have you thought about doing the opposite, or at least making a small change? In other words, have you considered how making big/small changes might shift the outcome? Number 3. Could choosing the easier/better known path result in future regrets? In other words, have you contemplated the risks of sticking to the more comfortable path for too long? Number 4. Could the discomfort of readjusting your life be worthwhile with a different, less known choice? In other words, could the trouble of restructuring your life make sense for the sake of a different option? Number 5. Do you feel ready to take the leap or the next step? In other words, how eager are you to break free from choices that no longer suit you? Now close your eyes, take a deep breath, connect with your inner self, and observe what emerges. Write your answers down. Asking questions and writing down my responses and reflections has helped me many times. Writing on paper is my go-to during my darkest moments, or what Moody refers to as mind attacks. Writing helps me process and embrace any pain/doubt I'm going through, offering much needed clarity. It works. There's something worse than fear. In my experience, what holds me back, in other words, limits me, in various ways / disguises, is fear. The fear of what lies beyond my comfort zone. The fear of venturing into the unknown. The fear of possibly losing what feels familiar and comforting. The fear of making all the necessary changes at present and confronting the resulting consequences. The fear of taking responsibility for my life. Fortunately, writing has helped me discover that there's something even more dreadful than fear. Regret. More specifically, the regret of not living my life fully and authentically. I believe this explains why I feel confused and anxious when I linger in my comfort zone for too long, however comfortable this may feel. I value comfort, but I also crave growth. Finding a good and harmonious balance between the two is essential for me. I wish you the courage to do what deep down you know you should do. Appreciate comfort, but also have the courage to move beyond it when the moment calls. If you like this recording, I encourage you to subscribe to my channel. If you'd like to share something about your experiences, feel free to use the comment section below. And thank you very much for listening. Freedom. Freedom is not my luxury. Freedom is not my whim. Freedom is my natural state of being. It's my own skin. I'm not a slave in this world. I fooled myself for too long. Now one thing is obvious. Freedom is where I belong. I thought it was fine to be at war with myself. I did as I was told. Soon I found myself in hell. I didn't see how much it cost me. It wasn't free at all. The price was too high. I thought I was going to fall. Freedom is my birthright. Every minute of my day. This is non-negotiable. Freedom is the only way. Your freedom is my freedom. I see myself in you. My freedom is your freedom. It's always been true.